Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa and this is Unit Lost, and I am back with more OverAnalyzed. And apparently I've drawn on the screen, so let's get rid of that. What a highly professional start. There we go. So what you want to do, guys, if you want to send videos in for this series, which is my Overwatch coaching series, is you have to upload them to YouTube and then email them to me at overanalyzedow@gmail.com and put the link to the video at the top of the description in the email. And the title of the email must read your SR, so your skill rating number, the hero you played, and the map that you played on. And it can be multiple heroes. So what we're looking at here is we're just gonna drop back a second because we want to just look at this team build before we get into this. But what we're looking at is a 2600 rated May. So if we just stop the video here and we take a look at the team and we see what we're working with and what we've got. Now, May is actually a decent pick on Hanamura defense. That's fine. Also, I should state as well, this is console footage. I believe this is from the Xbox. Now, there's no audio of the people talking. I guess that's because of the way it gets recorded on the consoles. So you will notice people talking in the game. I can't actually, like you can see, Left Shark is talking, but I can't actually comment on what's being said, but there is a lot of communication in this game if you do watch the actual pop-ups in the top left. So if we look at the team, you're playing May. That's cool. May can work fine on this point. You've got a Soldier, again, solid DPS, great. Reinhardt, great, standing the choke. Lucio, okay. You've got a Junkrat and a Hanzo. Now, this team is... It's usable, it's workable, but it doesn't have much healing. Like, Lucio doesn't actually do that much healing. Like, it would be better if you had maybe an Ana as a solo healer, but I get that people are playing heroes they want to play, and this isn't actually too bad. Now, it's not a super strong meta team, but nobody cares about the meta, so let's carry on, and let's see what happens in this, because we're obviously focusing on the May player, and we want to see what's going on with May. So, the first thing we're going to be looking at is positioning. Positioning is absolutely key, and a lot of... Well, most May players tend to give away the game straight away, so I'm expecting Bro You Whack to walk straight out and start firing, or maybe even try and wall them in the spawn. Well, he's not trying to wall them in the spawn, which is great. Yeah, but he's firing away. Now, the big thing with May is May, she's like a surprise. It's like, oh my god, they've got a May. What you want to do with May is wall off this choke as they push through to cut them in half. Firing in like this, it's okay, you're getting kills, but you're telling them you've got May, so that gives the enemy team a bit of an advantage, right? Because even though you killed them, that was a bad wall. That was a really bad wall. I don't know what that was, but we'll get onto that in a second. But even if you kill them, they're just going to respawn and come back, and they know you're there, right? So usually you want to, if I just pause the video here and I show you what I'm talking about, usually you want to be standing like here, like in this area, right against the door, like getting ready to put the wall into here and cut them off. Or you could be standing far back behind this towards the point. That would mean that you're hard to kill. They don't know that you're there as well to begin with, which is exactly what you want. And you need good vision to know when to drop the wall to cut them off. All right, let's carry on because let's see what happens. Okay, so again, you're still standing. That's another really bad wall. It doesn't do anything. Like, that wall just doesn't do anything. Every single moment your wall is on cooldown, the enemy has the advantage here because you can't stop them coming through. They can just walk through the choke. Now, your Reinhardt is in a bit of a advanced position, I'd say. You kind of do want Rein in the choke. But also, another thing I'm noticing is your Soldier 76 here, standing there, like the fact that you're standing here. Reinhardt is the only one that should be standing in this point. Like, this guy is the only one who should be standing right in the choke here. You should not be here. This is not great for you to be standing here. You could be standing like over here. That would be cool. But the fact you've got your Lucio here as well, and you've got your Soldier, I know what they're doing, and I know what you're doing. You're trying to fire down here to get ultimate charge and all of that stuff, which, honestly, it's not a great idea. The longer you stand in this choke, the longer you are... Well, it's not the longer you're open to being killed, but you make yourself easier to be hit with enemy ultimates. They've got a Zarya. All she has to do is drop a Graviton in this choke, and everybody dies, and that's not great. All right, let's see what happens. Let's carry on. So another dodgy wall. Like, these walls are not great. Like, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to stop them doing damage to you, but you've got to think the wall is an offensive weapon, not a defensive weapon most of the time. You want to be putting that wall in a position to stop people retreating and just absolutely killing them. Also, your Reinhardt, if you put a nice wall, your Reinhardt can charge in and kill them. So, left click, yeah, that's great. Well, I say left click. This is console footage. So, primary fire to freeze the Reinhardt was a good idea. That wall again there, it's not great, but I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to just section off that Zarya, but you can just run away. And now your wall is down. This is a very crucial point. Every moment you don't have your wall. So, when this is on cooldown down here, right, That's a really dodgy arrow. But when this is on cooldown down here, the enemy has the advantage. That is the thing you've got to remember all the time playing May. This kind of tactic might work okay at the level you're playing at, but once you get higher, once you get like back into Diamond and you start getting into Master, you can't play May like this. You will just get killed because they'll just wait for you to use the wall, and as soon as you've used it, they'll rush straight through, and then you've got a massive problem. Again, that was a crazy wall over there. I don't know what that wall's about. Like, don't waste your wall. Like, I'm going crazy about the wall, but it's the only thing that you're doing wrong, really, is just wasting the wall and some slight positioning problems. This wall here, this is kind of where you want to be putting the wall almost all of the time. Problem is, though, you haven't walled anybody off. Like, you can see Zarya through the wall. You can see their other heroes as well. This is a nothing wall, like it has achieved nothing. But you do have your ultimate available. What that means is you should be able to stop it if they try and push through this choke. Because deploying your ultimate in this choke is crazy strong. So they're going to wait for your wall, and they're going to... Junkrat sent his Riptire in. Cool. So you're starting to get hit by a Pharah now. So they have changed their comp. They've got a Pharah, because they're probably thinking, get the Pharah to kill the Mei. Which can kind of work, or at least pressure the Mei. Your soldier's got a kill, so that's cool. Again, this position is not great, standing right in the choke here, because if... Like, now, like, they will definitely have ultimates available. There's only 1 minute and 46, I think that says, left. They will have ultimates available. You don't want to stand there, because they're just going to kill you with ultimates. Speak of the devil. So, yeah, what has happened here? It's quite simple what's happened. Reinhardt, he can't believe it. Everybody's standing in the choke right here. Your Reinhardt, I don't know where he is. Earthshatter cannot be stopped. Well, basically, Earthshatter can only be stopped by your Reinhardt blocking it with his barrier. Or, yeah, Winston could put a barrier down, symmetrical block it with their barrier. But basically, if it's a Reinhardt versus Reinhardt fight, your Reinhardt has to be there. Now, you should not be getting caught in this. The fact you've got caught in this is really bad, because you have this thing available. This is your awesome ultimate. You can counter Reinhardt. So if Reinhardt has hit your team with Earthshatter, you just pop your ult. And that's fine. It protects your team, because he's got to come onto the ice. It's not going to do anything. Everybody else is going to back off, and that would win. But you're in... Oh, this is because of your positioning. You're too close to the choke. All right, let's get rid of that and then start playing this again. If you notice, I'm getting better at this as well, guys. So you've walled off the door. I know where you've done that to stop any more kind of coming in. Reaper, left click, yeah. Oh, primary fire, I should say. Freeze him. Yeah, freeze. This is good. Good. I think you missed him, but that's okay. That's cool. That's not a bad wall there, because you're kind of just trying to protect what's going on. So that's okay. That's probably one of the better walls you've done. It looks like you're going to try and take on Pharah, which you totally can do with Mate. You just got to be accurate with the hits. You've hit him twice. That's really good. That's really, really good. And then you got killed by Zarya. So it's looking ropey now. It's looking like you've lost the point. It looks like maybe some people are going to go in. But, if I just pause, notice you've still got your ultimate. You could have stopped that if you didn't get caught in the Earthshatter because of bad positioning standing in the choke. So if you just was in a bit of a better position, a more defensive position, I think you would have... it would have been much better. Like, there's a lot of moments in games where people always say things like, oh, it's my team. You know, we could have won this game, but, oh, my team caused an issue. But honestly, in every single overanalyzed video I've watched, there's always something the player could have done to win. If you look at the first one I did on Anna, there was a load of times where... No, the second one, sorry, on Anna. There was a load of times where that Anna player could have just won the game. And that was a moment there where you could have stopped that push. So always try and think, like, what can I do better? Obviously, that's why you've sent it into OverAnalyzed. That's why I like making these videos. Because everybody, like, they love these videos. Because I think it just gives, like, a different sort of perspective. Now, yeah, what's happened here is not great. Because I'm just going to drop this back a little bit. Because... Alright, let's look at this wall. So you put a wall in there. You've lost soldier. Alright, so you're a man down and you've put a wall there. You don't actually want to do this. I'm noticing you're putting walls in too early. You've got to let them come through. If they're on the bridge and you wall them off, that's great, because then only half the team will be there and you've got the advantage and you should win, because the wall lasts quite long. This use of the ultimate is okay, because it's going to stop that push, I would imagine. Yeah, the rest of your team's gone in, so it's great. What I would do, though, at this point, if you've got your ultimate, is wait for them to attack you on the point. When they come rushing in, they'll start using their ultimates, right? On Hanamura, most of the time when the attacking team takes the first point, they will rush in and they will try and use all of their ultimates. If you just wait to the side as Mei, they rush in, they start dropping Earthshatter, they use Grab, and then you throw your Blizzard down on top of that. You stop the push and you just... You kill them. They've used a lot of ultimates and you've only really used one if everybody else on your team doesn't waste their ultimate. So that was an okay time to use it, but I would always try and use it on the point, especially on Hanamura, because it's so crazy strong. Again, I'm looking at positioning problems here, which... this wall... is not great. Again, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to capture him, like lock the Reinhardt in. You're getting fairly close to doing it. If you do manage to pull it off and your Reinhardt charges in, I mean, again, I don't know what you're saying to your team. If you should be telling your Reinhardt you're about to wall, so he knows to charge in, because Reinhardt and Mei is actually quite a nice combo. Like that wall there, you actually help them with that because you put the wall down and it prevents your team doing damage to them, and it kind of protected them. I know you were trying to get it just over them. So if I grab my my little marker, so you kind of put the wall, like, imagine if the wall was up like here, and it's blocking them, but you kind of wanted to put the wall here, right, sort of behind, which would have isolated the Reinhardt maybe, and maybe I think it was a Lucio that was also there as well. So you are trying to do the right things. I'm pretty sure you're trying to do the right things. It's just slight little like execution issues I'm seeing right now. You're sort of this position's not great again, but your team are winning the fight, so it's cool. I'd push her. I'd have pushed her. I would have gone after her there and froze her because you might have been able to kill her because you've just killed 3 of their team. Killing her would have been great because it would have been an awesome staggered spawn. And what that means is they've got to wait for her to respawn, for her to come back. You've got a Farret inside, which is interesting. And you're going to chase her. Yeah, tell me you keep freezing her. Freeze, 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 freeze. Okay. It's kind of like an accuracy thing because you could have froze her and killed her. This, though, is quite dodgy. You've got 41 HP left. She does 120 off direct rocket hits. If you get a hit with splash damage, you will die. You've got your ice block available. I would have played defensive right now and froze myself to heal. Yeah, you're dropping down to get her. It's lucky that she's going for the health. And your soldier managed to kill her. But I think you would have killed with the left. It's not a left-click style. This is not PC, it's console. The alternate fire, you would have killed her anyway. So that was okay. It was ballsy. That was aggressive, and that's fine. Yeah, there we go. That was a decent wall there. It didn't quite work because they rushed through pretty quick and you're a man down, but that's fine. Like what you tried to do there is wall them off, which is good. Because if you split them off, and imagine if you managed to get that wall in right. It would have split these in half. So only Soldier gets through. Zarya doesn't because she's behind the wall. She has to drop down to the low ground maybe, and she's got to run round. And it's going to take her a long time. And this isolates Soldier. And you'll beat Soldier in a 1v1. Or you should do, especially if you've got full health. All right, let's play. All right, that's a good ult by Lucio. That's a very good ult by Lucio because that's just protected everybody from the damage that could come in after the Earthshatter. You've ice blocked yourself, which is great. Actually, that's not too bad, right? That was okay. But your positioning is dodgy. It's always, like, this is a massive issue I see with a lot of games that are low diamond, platinum, and below, is people are not in the right positions. Like, standing on the point here is catastrophically bad because they will run in and use ultimates and kill you. And that's almost what I'm waiting for to happen here, which is not what you want. What you should be doing on Hanamura, the standard defensive position is up here on this ledge over here, right? If everybody's up there, and now I know it's difficult because you'd have to get everybody to actually want to play together and work up there, and that's fine. But if you said over the voice comms, guys, let's get the high ground, that is a much better place to be. Also, you're Mei, right? You can wall them off up there, which is dead powerful. When they come through, you can just wall them off. That's beautiful. Also, there's another point. I don't know whether we'll get to see it. Maybe if you move around there, we might. But you're actually going to the high ground now, which is cool. This is like where you want to be. Like most of your teams here, right? This is actually the best position because you've got a massive... Good. You went to the position I wanted to talk about. So here is great, right? If the enemy try to attack from here and you're Mei, oh my god, it is absolutely beautiful. What you do is you wall them off, right? But you don't block them off completely. Oh, no. You let them come through first. And as they come through, maybe they've got a guy here, they've got a guy here, and then there's a couple of people like in the back here waiting to come through. You put the wall in. These guys, they can't get through. And there's only these 2 guys left. You kill them. Everybody kills them. That's beautiful. Always remember that. It's such a powerful position for Mei. Also, you could stand sort of to the right, like maybe hide here as Mei to put the parallel wall in to block them. But doing it from up here would be fine as well. But I don't think they're pushing right through at the moment. But that is definitely food for thought. That's an awesomely strong position to use Mei in. So, yeah, I think they're just trying to group up for another attack. I'd be very worried now because they're going to use ultimates. They've got Zarya, and I've not seen Grab for a while. She needs to use that. Lucio over there. But look, you see what I'm saying? This position is awesome. You can see everything. Your Mei, you can wall off where you were about to wall off over there. Now, not typically they won't attack from there because it's actually quite difficult to get the whole team around there. The main, though, you can see. Why don't I just draw on this, right? You can see main, right? You can see there if you need to wall there. If somebody comes through, you can see there. Or you can just turn around and you can see what's behind you and you could just wall them off there. So it's actually a really strong position. But all of your team should kind of be up here. But that's okay. It's all right. So we're just waiting for them to push it. And I'm honestly waiting for a massive graviton, just load of death coming through. Right, this is a waste of the wall. I don't know what you're trying to do there. You're trying to wall off the Reaper. That's pointless, right? Because if they rush through mid, you're going to need that wall to break them off. I know you've got 2 kills, but remember what I said. Whenever you waste the wall, it's the enemy team has a massive advantage. Don't waste the wall. This is crazy play by the Reaper. Like, you should punish him. Like, just kill him. Just freeze him and kill him. He's got no chance. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Like, if anything... Alright, you tried to wall him. So there was a bit of an issue there. He didn't need to wall him off. I know why he did that, because you know the health's there. But look at your health. You've got 82 health. I know he's low. But if he'd hit you a few more times, you would have died. Reaper does a ton of damage close range. That's what he's about. So I would have carried on firing at him instead of deploying that wall. Because he's like a 1v1 that he could kill you, right? You're not... Actually, I'd say Reaper's got the advantage in a 1v1 against the May. You've got to put as much damage into him as you can. The good thing is you've got your ultimate available. So there's only a minute 30 seconds left. So you should be able to stop any kind of death ball if you don't get killed by the death ball. And it's good because you're taking the high ground again. This is great. This is where you always want to be here. Because look, you can see the whole point again. And if they rush in, you can just throw your ultimate down and be like, yeah, whatever, man. No worries. Also, let me just... touch on something. This is console gameplay. It's not actually that different, is it, guys, from PC gameplay? I mean, I'm not really seeing any... I mean, maybe the way that the aiming is kind of... It feels a little bit smoother. Like, PC can be a little bit jittery sometimes if people have got high sensitivity and stuff. But honestly, it just looks like Overwatch to me. Anyway, let's crack on. So, yeah, you got the wall ready there. Soldier's coming top left. Your soldier's in a crazy position. Your Hanzo's trying to peek. Your soldier gets a kill, though, on theirs, so that's cool. You can see they're coming mid. You know they're coming mid, right? So you want to get ready with the wall. They come in mid, you wall them off. Reaper's left. Don't waste your wall. Okay. You and Soldier could have ran down there and killed the Reaper if you were feeling ballsy, but that's cool. It's a shame I can't hear what's being said in the voice comms. I'm pretty sure it's to do with how doesn't the audio come through like the controller or something on the Xbox? It might happen to PS4 as well, I'm not sure. Alright, so you've dropped down. Now, this is not great. You've dropped down. What you're doing here is going, hey, guys, I'm in the middle of the point. Just ult me and kill me. Don't do that. You're getting ready to wall off. That's actually not too bad. You've blocked Lucio off. I don't know what he's doing there. He's in a really bad position. Good kill. But look at this. You're actually getting killed, and then their Farah killed herself for some reason. We don't know why. This is what I was waiting for. Now, I don't think this is actually going to matter because... Your team have killed most of their team, and they've actually killed themselves if they're Farah. But you're in the Toblestein. This is not good. You don't want to be in the grav. You want to be away from this, because if they've grabbed you and they're going to rush in with everything, which you've got to expect, which will happen at higher levels, you have an ultimate which will stop them dead. It will just absolutely deny them. But you're in the grav. Your Lucio's in the grav, but there's nobody to follow up because everybody's dead. Actually, their Reaper is ulting on top of you. This is kind of interesting. Like, where the hell is the rest of your team? Your Lucio's dead. You counter ult. Is that... Yeah, this was fine. That was a good wall. You stopped him escaping. That's a good wall. Easy kill on the Reaper. Nice one. So that was actually not too bad. The only thing that went wrong there is you got caught in the grab. If you were on the high ground, you wouldn't have got caught in the grab. And maybe you might not have had to use your ultimate if you could pick them off from range or try and control them just with your primary fire. That's a panic wall. That wall you've put there, I know there's only 22 seconds left, but if they're all together and they're going to rush in, you've got a massive problem now because you can't wall them off. But it's probably okay because they are a man down, or they're 2 men down, and your soldiers killed somebody again. So things are kind of working out all right. This is fine. Reinhardt charges in. That's suicidal. You've done the right thing there. Chase him, freeze him, kill him. Yeah. Reaper comes in. You've walled him off, which... See, that wall actually helps Reaper because it keeps him alive longer. And you want to kill them as fast as possible on this point. You don't want them alive because if they start killing you, that's bad. Soldier is the right target priority there. You need to freeze him because he could do a lot of damage, you see. Yeah, you've got him. And I think your team have got this. Alright, so this is a full hold. Well, it's not full hold. You've lost the first point, but you've held the second point. Pretty good. Like, this isn't bad. The only thing which has annoyed me so far is the walls. You've used them a bit too often. You use them, like... I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to split people up, but I think you're just missing a lot of the time. Probably just wait until people come in, then drop the wall. Like, the wall is such a powerful tool. Like I said, and I keep saying throughout this video, every time your wall is on cooldown, the enemy have a massive, massive advantage. Now, I don't know what's being said in the team chat, but I can imagine what's going on right now. You're playing May. We're on attack. Normally, this triggers people, right? They're like, oh, Jesus, we don't need the Mei. But you've got a Soldier, you've got your Reinhardt, you've got your Lucio, you've got a Genji, which is a change in the lineup, which is cool. Like, Genji's cool because Genji can get in the back line and harass, which is great. But he's kind of on his own. Like, there's nobody else who can really sort of help him out. But I'm telling you now, a flanker that gets into the back of the enemy is very disconcerting. Like, if a Tracer or a Genji gets in on Hanamura, it can kind of unsettle the team. All right, so, yeah, this... You got to... Like, Reaper maybe isn't too much of a great pick. It's not too bad, though. But again, you're rolling with a single healer. Again, it could be okay. Yeah, it looks like what's happening is they're telling you, I think, to get off Mei. See, like, the problem with Mei is she is perceived as highly defensive, and she is great on defense on Hanamura because of the choke point. Also, like on Dorado as well, or maps like that. She can also work on attack, though, right? Because you can use your wall offensively. Like, in this choke, you can put the wall parallel, or sort of horizontal. Not horizontal. Well, I guess horizontal would be... Yeah, it's kind of... You put it... How can I explain this? you could split the choke in half with the wall, and then your team can run through on one side of the wall, and it makes it difficult for their mate, if they've got one, to wall you off, and you can sort of use it to break the choke. So it can be used quite well. There's also crazy strategies where you can drop the wall and jump on top of it from the window, just in front of the choke, and run through, and crazy stuff like that on Hanamura. So, alright, you're spamming shots up there. There's nobody up there, so that's kind of pointless. This wall, that's not too bad. I can see what you're trying to do here. You're trying to stop them from walking back. The thing is, it doesn't do anything to them because they're just behind a Reinhardt barrier. And unless your Reinhardt is going to engage hard on them there, it's kind of pointless. Like, you've wasted your wall again. Remember, that means the enemy's got an advantage. Every time you waste it, they have an advantage. You've lost your Reaper. You've killed their Mei. That was luck. You were just spamming into that. That was luck, but that's cool. See, this wall again, right? This isn't too bad, but it hasn't blocked off the door to the right, and that Reinhardt can just walk behind the wall. So, yeah. Yeah, can you see, like, they can still get into the right, so it's not actually blocked that off, so they can just carry on. Like, that wall just did nothing. Like, it did absolutely nothing. Like, imagine if you... I'll show you when you move forward again. Right, so imagine... This is what I was trying to explain a little bit earlier on. So you're using the wall like this, right? That's great. What you should do is maybe use the wall like this. If you put the wall in like that, your team can rush in there, or they can rush in there. Now, what this means is it's going to be like the enemy Reinhardt doesn't control the choke lane. It takes a lot of coordination to do that, so I'm not expecting it to happen. But do be aware that this is a good tactic that you can use. All right, let's play. Okay, so that was lucky. You nearly got hooked, but... Yes. That's a good wall. That is a good wall. That is a really good wall. Your Reinhardt wasn't paying attention there. You could have killed this Reinhardt immediately. What should have happened here? This wall, great wall. It isolated Reinhardt. Your Reinhardt should slam straight into him, and he's dead. With their Reinhardt dead, you have a massive advantage on this point because they've got nobody to stand in the choke. Actually, you still managed to kill the Reinhardt, which is good. So you've got man up. This is great. Now's the time to push. 2 man up. This is great. You heal yourself, that's cool, because, I mean, you're frightened of dying, that's okay. Your team are pushing through. Do you get it? That's cool. This looks fine. I don't know what this wall is, because you needed to get in there and help your guy getting killed by the Symmetra. You've got a freezer or something, and this looks like a Reinhardt flying, which I think you've just bumped up with your wall. Okay. That's really unlucky. I think that Reinhardt, you've actually just booped him up with a wall and he's going to hit you. Yeah, so... Uh-oh. Or maybe he just gets down. Yeah, this is a really interesting situation. What you could have done, right, if you were really fast, I mean, I didn't notice this the first time, is you could have walled off the door. If you'd done that, then the Reinhardt would have hit the wall and he would have been outside the point. Problem is, you're trying to save Genji from the Symmetra there. And the way to save him would have been to run up to Symmetra and freeze her, but there's a flying Reinhardt, which gets on top of your wall and that is very unlucky. That's what you get for using your wall too much. Oh no. Oh no. No. See, I've not watched this video all the way through. Sometimes, like, when I check videos and overanalyzed, I watch them to see if the video quality is okay and the audio quality is fine, and then I'll generally watch them through. But I haven't done that for this one, and somebody's left the team, which is not great. So hopefully they come back. So the best thing to do in this... Actually, this is the good thing to talk about. The best thing to do in this situation is to just play it safe, right? They might come back, and hopefully they do. Just build ultimates, right? There's no need to throw... Oh, you've lost 2 guys. This is... Maybe that guy rage quit or something? I don't know. But just build your ultimates, right? Build your ultimates. you still only have to cap the first point, and then it will be a draw. So that's cool. Actually, no, you get one. No, you get a minute, wouldn't you? I don't even know the game. This ult. Right. This ult. Let's just go back a little bit. This ult is fine. It's in a good position. Genji's gone in on the left. You're running forward. I think you've just thought, I'm going to ult them. Your Genji has just been killed. And I think you're thinking, like, look at this. He's dead. He's dead. You have no Genji. You're 2 men down. You're using your ultimate, which is a really, really bad time to use it. However, where you're throwing it is great if you didn't have 2 people disconnected. So I would be waiting for them to come back. Like, don't waste your ultimates. See, he's come back. Left Shark's come back. Their May was great. This is fancy. Their May was really good there. She dropped the wall to block off, which was good. Good of her. You've gone over the top though. You're going balls deep, my man. You're going in. You're just going to kill people. You don't care. I think you're starting to tilt a little bit, possibly because people have left the game. It's 3v1, 4-5v1. Oh dear. Your Reinhardt has killed the Symmetra somehow. You're chasing the May. She's got the advantage. You both froze each other. You've walled off defensively. You got 6 HP. Ice block, yes, cool. Your Reinhardt's like you're basically dead now. You kind of need to die because the longer you stay alive, it works into the hands of the enemy team because they can stagger you and everybody's got to wait for the respawn. Now you're still a man down, which is not great. But imagine if you had your ultimate now. If that person doesn't reconnect, which I'm guessing they won't because it's nearly like the time's nearly gone, and usually people don't reconnect after that. You could have maybe used your ultimate to push, but I get it was probably a bit frustrating, so you used your ult. But just remember, if people disconnect, just play it safe, play it safe. Don't let them kill you. Don't let them build ult. Maybe build a little bit of ultimate charge yourself if you can, but kind of play defensively. This wall, again, was not great. Your Reinhardt has earth shattered and gone in deep, which is pretty good. Actually, you kind of do. Their soldiers killed himself. This isn't too bad. That wall, though, wasn't the greatest to begin with because you could have used it for the Reinhardt to charge. Actually, see, look, you're making a comeback here. You're still a man down, and you've just taken this point. So this point is taken right now. They've got a Symmetra, but I don't think she's going to do anything. Yeah, Symmetra's not... Like, you've got a Reinhardt, and you've got May on the point. Right. You don't need to wall her off. Freeze her. You can freeze her before she'll kill you. And you've also got Reinhardt. So, alright, you've gone for the defensive wall. You've blocked her off. You're trying to capture the point. This is cool. Well, no, what is this? Why are you solo ulting a Symmetra with your amazing ultimate, which can absolutely win the game if you've got it available when you attack the next point? See, I see this quite often as well. People use their ultimates just at the very end to capture a point. You don't need to do that. This point is what you've got Reinhardt about to smash Symmetra's brains in, and you can freeze her. Oh no, this is not great. Like, try not to use ultimates like that to secure points because you've already got it. Like, realizing when you've captured the point, I think is a big thing in Overwatch, and you've got it. Like, he's done the same thing, which is bad. Like, he needs that to defend the next point. This could be bad for you unless Reaper helps you out. Yeah, he does. Reaper just kills him. That's great. Well done, Reaper. Imagine if you had your ultimate now. This is killing me, man. This is killing me. Imagine if you had your ultimate. This would be great now because you've just killed a guy. You can rush straight into the point. Drop your ultimate down, basically win. It's a massive win. It looks like the guy's come back. See, the guy has come back. Awesome. And that was kind of unlucky. That was unlucky. I think you must have got hit with more than just Fire Strike to die there. Probably their May headshotted you, then you got Fire Strike on you. But your team's come back. Oh, this could be a turnaround. Ooh. All right, so your Reaper's got double kill. Like, the problem with what's going on now is your team are getting kills, and this happens a lot on Hanamura and Anubis and all the 2 CP maps and Volskaya, is your players on your team stay in the fight too long. Like, that Reaper might have killed 2 of their guys, but they're just going to respawn before your guys can get back to the fight. So then he's going to die. They're going to be back by the time... before Reaper can get back with your team to push again. So it actually works in their favour. Like, sometimes you just have to die quick on these points when you know the push is over. But you have just got a huge pick. Their DPS has just been killed by your hog. You're going up the top. As I lose my voice, you're going up the top. Yeah, there's no need to wall. You've killed their May 2 up. Freeze the Symmetra, just chase her and freeze her. We've got a Diva. Alright, let's see how this is going. This is cool. Because it's always cool with May, right? You're freezing the Diva, which is great. May's actually a pretty strong counter to Diva. Reinhardt's just gone in deep. You've actually killed their hog as well. You could wall them in the spawn if you wanted to here. Alright, so you have. This means Lucio is dead. That Lucio should be absolutely dead by this Reinhardt. Oh, but their Reinhardt... so you didn't fully wall them off. Their Reinhardt uses Earth Shatter. You've got Symmetra's beam on you. You're probably going to die now. You've gone into Ice Block. See, now you've lost... yeah, this is kind of... I might be about to eat my own words, but this is a very messy fight now. What's happened is your Reinhardt is dead. You've killed their Symmetra. You're going to... see, sometimes it's better off to just die. Like, this would just be the push is over, die. Doesn't matter if you kill the Reinhardt. Oh, what has happened? You've got somebody standing on the point. Oh, no. All right, then. So what I was trying to say is the fight is over, right? I'm thinking everybody's come with you because I'm starting to think like how when I play the game, everybody rushes through the same, everyone's got in the same position. It looks like somebody has just ninja'd the point, I think, which is interesting. So let's just... Who? Was that Zen? That was Zen on the point. Zen has ninja'd the point. What a hero. What a hero. What a hero. Oh my god. I don't believe that. Oh my god. That is did not expect that. That is amazing. See, because what I was about to say is that fight had gone wrong for you and you kind of needed to die or get out. It doesn't matter if you keep trying to maybe kill another one of their team, because by the time they kill you, they're going to respawn. It's going to be difficult. This is really unlucky. But that's what you get for dropping the wall. You didn't need to drop it. You got punished, son, and you needed it. All right, so that's the end of the video, it looks like. So what we're going to do is, yeah, you need to not use your May wall as much as you do. Try and use it to split the enemy. Don't show that you've got May as well on these maps, because if you show that you're playing May at the start by spamming shots down through the choke or trying to wall them in the spawn, like, never do that. I'm glad that you didn't do that. I see a lot of bad May players will put the wall in the spawn door. Don't do that, because they know straight away you've got May, and they could just change their heroes immediately to counter you. They might go, oh, we'll just get a Pharah to just bomb the May from above, or I'm going to play Hanzo just to try and get a quick pick on a, climb up the window and fire through. So never show that you've got the May. Like, you need to hide the May, right? They're probably going to expect the May, but if they don't see her, how can they know that she's there? And they'll try and push through the choke, and then you wall them off straight away. Don't use the wall to just sort of... It seems like you're using the wall when it's on cooldown. Don't do that. That's not great. And I think the only other issue is positioning. Like, don't stand... Oh, and ultimate use. Don't stand on the control point. Stand away from the control point, because if they use ultimates on you and kill you, especially when you've got your ultimate is available, that's a massive problem, because you can use your ult to stop their push almost all of the time. Like when you got caught by the Earth Shatter, when you was defending the first point, you should never have got caught there. You should have just been standing away from that. Earth Shatter comes in, then you counter ult with your ult and stop that, and maybe you would have held that point and wouldn't have had to defend the second point. All right then. I've been Stylosa. This is Unit Lost. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. And if you keep enjoying OverAnalyzed, do like the videos and leave a comment below telling me that you do. And if you'd like to send videos into this, remember what you need to do is record the video however possible using the capture on the consoles, using Shadowplay, using the AMD equivalent of Shadowplay, or any other kind of software. However you record, I can't tell you how to do that. You guys are just going to have to work that out yourself. Upload the video to YouTube and then email it to overanalyzedow@gmail.com and put in the title your SR, so your rating number, the heroes that you play, the map that you're on, and put in the very first line of the description a link to the video. Then you can fill out the description if you want to put any additional information in. All right, guys, I'm Stylosa. This is Unit Lost, and I'll catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.